Hey guys, welcome back to a very late video. I know it's been a minute. I had a video lined up for the weekend, but I accidentally deleted it. So, as you know, it's Tuesday, and I want to say it's been maybe a while since I last posted. So, last weekend was really fun. So went to my friend's Matt. Uh we played in the mud. Then uh was it was able to hang out with Chris, his brother. Matt is the oldest one, I think. And so we hung out, then Chris decided to spend the night. Said he's going to go and um buy a police interceptor, and I didn't really know what that meant. Then when we got to the guy's house, it looked bad. I mean, junkyard bad. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep an open mind. Uh, then Chris is like, so comes was a extra tire and front bumper. He's like, yeah, I'll go get it. Checking it out. Then I noticed the guy pulling up his truck to the car. I'm like, okay. Then it turns out we had to jump it. I'm like, okay. And it sounded bad, like something was wrong. And Chris was like, awesome, it starts. I'm like, it's rattling bad. Why would you want to buy it? He's like, it's a police interceptor. I'm like, oh boy. So we're like, okay, let's go. Hop in and take it to the gas station. Luckily, it was like down the road. It sounded bad driving there. Then we were going in to go fill the tires with air. It died, and luckily we were pulling up to a parking spot. And for me, I was like, I think one of us should have stayed behind because of what happened. So the guy had to go and call his grandpa, and had to bring a second thing of jumper cables. So I was in the back, and we got it to start. Excuse me. Then we're like, okay, let's drive it back. We were pulling out, then it died again. I was like, oh boy, he better not still want this car. Went in the parking spot, jumped it, again, got it one in. I'm like, just let it charge. Then they finally listened and it actually got it charged. After a little while, unhooked the jumper cables, then drove it back, and the guy went with his grandpa, followed behind. I should say this. The guy's like, yeah, we put in a new transmission for the car. I'm like, oh, okay. Then Mal, on the way back to the guy's house, Matt decided to drive, and he was driving, and we passed a highway. Highway was before the gas station. After we got out of the gas station, I was like, this is going to be interesting. And Matt's like, okay, I am not going to probably stop and wait on the traffic. I'm like, what the fuck? So we kept on looking both ways. We rolled to the spot in between the highway. Looked, and Matt decides to floor it, and it wasn't shifting right, and we weren't even going that fast. He's like, I'm even flowing it, and it's a piece of crap. And when Matt says it's a piece of crap, it's that bad. Because in his family, he's the go-to guy if something's wrong. You tell him what's happening, he'll probably instantly know how to get to the problem spot and fix it. So we were coming up to a hill, and we blew the engine. And Matt's like, well, we blew the engine. So the guy and the grandpa went to their place and got a tow line. And while they were driving off, Matt's like, hey, well, luckily, you didn't buy it yet, or we would had to pull the car with jumper cables. And it started to actually smell like something was burning. And I had to knock on the window just to be like, yo, let me out. Because you can't open the door in the inside. When they opened these, Chris got under the car and he's like, funny thing, there's a stick shoved up in the transmission. It's like, what? Matt got on the ground. There was a stick in the transmission. So, we waited. It was pretty difficult to find a spot to, hook it for the truck to, pull us. And finally got it. Then on the way back, we're like, well, I said, you better not be thinking about buying this. He's like, nope. That was the last nail in the coffin. And I'm like, good. I mean, for me, sadly, I don't have my driver's license, and since they were taking me into a, I guess, shopping for the cars, it gave me a learning opportunity. Don't buy pieces of crap unless you're wanting to make it a parts car. And I'm like, I would rather have like a good one-in-one instead of someone's world it one's good. So, well, like, Chris is like, well, how much for the headlights and front bumper? Because he wanted to switch out his bumper and headlights. The guy's like, probably 100. Like, they haven't really decided what to do. And I do hope, Chris, you don't buy the car. So that was my Saturday and Sunday. Matt took me out for a ride in a Blazer, and it was fun. Went over small hills, curbs. They built like a little mini track in the backyard. Went doing that. Then Matt had this like pretty big hill, and he smiled, looked at me, then smiled at the hill. I'm like, You better not be doing what I think you're doing. That was in my mind. I'm like, oh shit, we're actually doing it. And that blazer climbed that like it was nothing. And for a split second, I'm like, oh Lord. Looking up in the sky, I'm like, there better not be like a big hole at the base of this. Luckily, there wasn't. And it was a really amazing weekend. And hopefully here soon, once I get done studying for my permit test, I pass the test so I can go and shop for a car or truck. Probably a truck more. Um, so in it, and I know it's been a while. Once again, thank you for everyone who watches, and thank you for everyone who is still subscribed to my channel. I'm trying to figure out a schedule so I can be posting more videos. So, once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.